Hello, Giants fans. Welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants lost to the Phillies 14-3 today, so the second game of this four-game series they've dropped, and this one was not good at all. An 11-run absolute blowout for the Giants. They just allowed the Phillies to jump on them early, and Keaton Winn was not even able to make it through the first inning today. They scored 5 runs off of him, and they needed Mitch White, who they recently acquired in a trade for just cash, and Randy Rodriguez, who has recently been called up. He made his Giants debut today, and both of those pitchers pitched 2 1/3 innings, so they needed long relief to get them through it. And in the third inning, Tyro Estrada had an RBI single. Wilmer Flores added 2 more with a 2-run shot in the 5th. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the Phillies they jumped on Winn, they jumped on White, they jumped on Rodriguez, and I mean, it just was downhill from there. Really bad game for the Giants, and it's just the kind of thing that we saw so much of last year, where it was like things would just keep swinging one way and then another for the Giants. You'd see so many flashes of greatness where they're getting it done, winning games, but then it would be like they'd slip and they'd lose the ground that they gained. And I feel like that's what we're starting to see some of this year. And it's just, we got to get to a point where the Giants are going to be able to achieve consistency. And I mean the rotation, it should have looked promising coming in here against the Phillies, but I mean, right now that they're just jumping on each one of the Giants starters. And tomorrow it's going to be Logan Webb, so that's an opportunity for something different to happen. And it remains to be seen whether Webb is going to be at the top of his game this time, because that's really what the Giants need him to do here, so that they can turn this around and get things right, get things straight against the Phillies, and hopefully sweep this series. So I'm not at all surprised to see this one bad start from Keaton Winn, and I don't think that it should at all be taken to mean more than it probably does. But I mean, we're just in a scenario here where the Giants, they have to achieve consistency, like in their ability to win, because we're going to, it's only early May. We are for sure going to see them get hot again, and I mean, we for sure are going to see them get really hot. We're going to see another hot streak from them, and I think it's probably going to happen pretty soon. It's just something that I think, based on what we've seen, it's totally fair to predict a significant hot streak. But the question is going to be, what do they do with it from there? Is it going to fade away and end, and then they lose a significant game to get out of the playoff race, or are they going to maintain their ground and actually hold it as the months go by, and hold it going into September? Remember, last year they swept the Dodgers once in 3 games. It's not that they can't do stuff. It's how are they going to come out of it? And this year, we're not 2 months into the season, so it's too early to really tell. But I mean, we're at a point now where it's got to go one way or the other. I'm not concerned about the Giants' losing record right now. I'm concerned about whether they can turn what's normal around from what it's been before. So we have tomorrow, we have Logan Webb starting tomorrow, and it's a game that the Giants need to win, and he needs to be. We've seen Logan Webb be effective, but he needs to be effective in a timely manner right now when the Giants need it. So they should go and take Game 3 against the Phillies tomorrow. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do it. It really is time to get this together and just get something real going. And there's no reason to think that it couldn't happen tomorrow. They have to show some ability to beat above average contending teams. Thanks for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.